Hello climbers, my name's Brittany and I'm going to be delivering this week's workout. I'm very excited that for week 6 we're going to be focusing on our upper body. Now you also probably just noticed my cat Charlie jump down from the countertop. She also may be making some more appearances throughout. But before we get going with this week's workout, there's a couple of things you need to make sure you've got with you. First is a water bottle. Make sure you've got lots of water in there. Second, it's also good to potentially have a chair or a couch, something nearby. And third, if you happen to have access to a countertop or something like that, that may help with some of our exercises as well too. It looks like Charlie's about ready to get going here. The other important thing to remember, because this is a pre-recorded workout, we have the options to stop the video if you need to at any time. If you're not 100% sure of the exercise we're doing and you need to review it, or you need to stop for any reason, you can do that, okay? So we want to make sure you get the best possible workout in. So before we get going with our main set, we want to start by warming up our body. So we've got 3 specific parts with our warm-up, okay? So first part of our warm-up is going to be doing 2 exercises that focus on increasing the range of motion in our shoulders. So we're going to start by standing up here, and we're going to start by doing some arm circles. So we're going to start by going backwards. We're going to do 10 big arm circles. That's 2 going backwards, 3, 4, good, 5, 6, 7, 8, good, 9, and 10. Excellent. We're gonna go forward for 10 now. Now, when you're doing these can be done seated or standing, depending on how you're feeling. Good, this is number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, good, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so after our shoulder circles, we're going to be working on some other range of motion, specifically with the upper part, or kind of that end range above our head. So to do this, we need to make sure we keep our belly button pulled in a little bit. We want to keep that tight, and I'll show you why in a moment here. So I'm going to turn to my side so you can see me. Now my thumbs, if you can kind of see them, are pointing towards my wall in front of me. So when I take them back, they end up pointing to the wall behind me. And so what we're going to do by keeping that body tight, we're going to bring those arms, keeping our elbows as straight as possible, as far back as we can, and then back down. Now some of us may be able to get past our ears, and some of us may only be able to get to just before our ears. Either is okay, because we can both have a range that we need to work within, okay? So we're gonna do 10 of these. So I want everyone to make sure they've got a slight pull in with their belly button, shoulders down and back, thumbs facing forward. So keeping our arms straight as they come as far as we can without bending them, and back down, that's 1. 2. Here's 3. So another thing we want to think of when we're doing this is to make sure that our shoulders don't come up towards our ears. 4. They want to stay down. 5. Good. 6. 7. See if you can reach back a little bit further, increase that mobility. Here's 8. Number 9, and here we go with number 10. So that was the first part of our warm-up, focusing on working or increasing our range of motion. From here, what we're going to do is start to activate or warm up some of those muscles that are up, or that we use in our upper body. So the first one we're going to do, and again we're going to do 10 reps of this, is called a lat pull down. Now, some of you may know a lat pull down is an exercise you do in the gym with weights, but we actually don't need weights to do this one, which is perfect for when doing at home. So again, you could be standing, you could be seated when you do this. I'm going to do this one for my knees this time. So very similar, we're going to bring our hands just above our head, just how we finished our exercise last time. But what you're going to notice is this time my palms are facing forward, so a little bit different of an orientation. Now, what I'm going to think about doing is I'm going to bend my elbows and think about squeezing my shoulder blades together as I pull them all the way down into a W. So you can kind of see the W that my body now makes. I'm gonna bring those arms back above my head. And again, I'm gonna focus on squeezing those shoulder blades together so we start to warm up some of our upper back muscles. So we're gonna do, again, 10 of these. So I've done 2 for demo. So I'd like to have everyone get ready in a position that's best for them. So again, this time, facing with our palms facing forward, shoulders down and back. We're gonna pull those elbows together. Good, 1. We're gonna come back up. Nice straight arms. As we pull those elbows down, squeezing those shoulder blades together. 2. 3. Here's 4. Oh, Charlie's come to say hi. 5. Now I want you to think about keeping a little bit pulling with your belly button, because if we don't, we end up arching our back when we do this, and we don't want to do that. So think about keeping that belly button pulled in a little bit. 6. Good. 7. 8. Good. 9. Last one. Excellent. And 10. All right. So next exercise that we're going to do is going to be, again, working on opening up some muscles or activating some muscles that we're going to be using. And we're going to be doing a scapular push-up because we do have some push-ups later on. Now I'll show you a couple different variations for this. So variation 1, you're going to be down on the floor, knees under your hips, and then wrists under your shoulders. Now you can see I've got a nice flat back and my elbows are straight. I'm going to keep my elbows straight as I sink my back in between my shoulder blades, and then I push my back against my shoulder blades. So again, back moves away, and then back pushes back in. The most important thing is to remember is do not bend your elbows. We want to keep those elbows straight, so this is how it's different from a regular push-up. Option 2, you can use a chair or a wall or a countertop. You're going to put your hands on that chair. Very similar idea, shoulders down and back. The arms stay straight, but we fall through and then push away. So we've got 2 different options for that, okay? So I'm going to get everybody into position. Here we go. 4, 10. 1. Think about keeping those elbows straight. 2, 3, 4. Good. 5. We're halfway done. 6. Good. 7. 8. Just 2 more. 9. Last one. 10. Awesome. Good job, everybody. We've got one more exercise in this part of our warm-up before we move on to our last part of our warm-up. So, again, I'm going to give you 2 different options. So, option 1, you're going to be on the ground, on your back, and I'm going to get you to bring your legs in. So we got our knees. We'll scooch over so I'm in the camera a little bit more. So I've got my knees bent, they're in line with my hips, and my toes are pulled towards me. Now, this is a bit of a core exercise as well. So you want to keep that tummy or that core turned on by pulling your belly button in a little bit. Both arms up. Now, what you're going to think about is dropping one arm all the way down and then pulling it back up. Drop the other arm all the way down to the ground, and again, pull back up. So again, we're starting to really warm up those shoulder muscles. That's option 1. Option 2, you can do this seated in a chair. So again, we're gonna lift those legs up a little bit, use our core, arms out, coming up for 1, and then down. So those are our 2 options. So I'd like everyone to get into position that suits best for them. If you need to, you can pause and try both out to figure out which one's best for you. All right, here we go. So again, 10. 1, 2. Here's 3, 4, 5. Think about keeping that belly button pulled in. 6, 7, 8. Good. 9. See if you can reach that arm all the way to the ground. And 10. Awesome. All right. One more part to our warm-up, and then we'll have a break before we get going with our main set. So we're gonna get that heart rate moving a little bit more, get a little bit sweaty. So for this last part of our warm-up, we're gonna be doing 30 seconds of jumping jacks. You'll then get a little bit of a break, and then we're gonna be doing 30 seconds of skater lunges. And we're gonna add a little bit of a touch to the ground with our hand to make sure we get our arms involved. So, as a quick reminder with jumping jacks, depending on kind of how you're feeling today or what level you're at, we've got 2 different options. So we can do a step jack, where we're stepping outside and back together. So that's option 1. Option 2, you can do a full jumping jack. So coming out and in, okay? So we're gonna be doing 30 seconds of these. So I want you to make sure you choose the right one. So again, pause the video if you need to, figure out which one, and then you'll be ready to go. Now for me, I'm gonna be doing a step jack, okay? I'm just gonna check our timer here, make sure we're good. All right, here we go, 30 seconds. Awesome. Now, as we go throughout this 30 seconds, let's see if we can pick things up a little bit. Get that heart rate moving just a little bit more. Good. This is really gonna help our muscles get all the oxygen and nutrients they need to make sure we have a great workout. That's it, good job, climbers. You're doing great. We have about 10 seconds left on the clock here. Should start to feel your heart rate come up. If you're talking, you're gonna get a little bit out of breath, kind of like I am. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Shake it out. Perfect. So next what we're going to be doing is a step jack. So our step jack, or sorry, I take that back, not a step jack. We're going to be doing a side lunge or a skater lunge with a hand touch, okay? So we're going to end up doing 15 seconds one side, and then we're going to switch and do 15 seconds the other side. But first I'm going to give you a demo. So demo 1 is we're stepping out, touch the ground, come back. Now, depending on where you're at, if you need a little bit of stability for balance, you can bring the chair in front. We just won't have that touchdown, but if you need this for balance, that is okay, all right? So, a couple quick key pointers to think about. When you step out, make sure that toe points forward and we push our bum back so we can get it low to the ground and back to center. So, toe forward and push bum back are your 2 key words for this, okay? So everyone take a nice big deep breath in and exhale. All right, here we go, 15 seconds. I'm just gonna check my timer here. All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1. Side step, touch the ground and back. Side step and back. Good. So again, toe forward, bum pushes back. Awesome. Again, if you're using the chair, same thing applies. Still step to the side, toe pushes forward, bum pushes back. You just don't worry about the hand. Good. And relax. That was 15 seconds on one leg. We're gonna shuffle to the other side here and do the other leg. Now you may find you may be a little bit stronger or a little bit more wobbly. That's completely normal. Big thing is I want you to focus on form. All right, here we go. Toe forward, bum back, touch the ground. 15 seconds. Awesome. Whew. I am definitely getting warm here. Now I promise we'll take a water break after we're done this warm up. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome job, climbers. We are officially done warm up. Let's grab a sip of water. Okay, so for our strength workout, we have 2 different sets of exercises, and within each set, we've got 2 exercises. So in total, we're gonna be going through 4 by the time this is all said and done. So for each exercise, we're gonna do it for 30 seconds, and then you're gonna get a little bit of rest. Then we'll do another exercise for 30 seconds, get a little bit of rest, and we're gonna repeat that 3 times. So for our first set, we're gonna be doing 30 seconds of inchworms, and I'll demo those in a moment. And then we're gonna be doing 30 seconds of what I like to call the T exercise. So first, to demonstrate the inchworms, I'll give you 2 options. So make sure, if you need to, pause the video after, figure out which one works best for you. So for an inchworm, I'm gonna demo from the side here. Option 1, you're gonna bring your hands to the ground. You're gonna walk yourself out to a high plank exercise, and then you're gonna walk yourself all the way back. Option 2 is you're gonna walk out again. This is a little bit more challenging. You're gonna walk your feet all the way up. Now, if you have room, you'll keep going. Option 3, for those of you who do want to use the floor, we're gonna use the wall. And I just need to turn my camera so you can see me demo this. There we go. So option 3, if you're using a wall, this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna start your hands out in front of your shoulders. You're gonna walk them up as high as you can up the wall, keeping that belly button pulled in and walking them all the way down. So that's for exercise 1. You've got 3 options to choose from. Exercise 2, there will be no options because this one we're able to modify for everyone, either by doing this seated or standing. So for our T exercise, actually, I'll show this from a slightly different angle so you can see it a little bit better. So option 2 is going to be a T exercise. We can either do this kind of standing or seated or on our knees like I am right now. Now, let me see if I can back up so you can see my hands. There we go, that's a little bit better. So again, my thumbs are gonna point up. I need to keep my belly button pulled in so I don't arch my back. And I'm gonna think about squeezing my shoulder blades together and then slowly releasing them. Now it's really important that you think about squeezing those shoulder blades because that's what activates your back muscles. All right, so those are our first 2 exercises, okay? So I'm gonna give you a moment here to get ready, figure out which option you're going to do for the first one, and then we're gonna get going. All right, just check my clock here. All right, we have 30 seconds of inchworms, all right? So again, pick your option. Here you go, 30 seconds. Now, I don't have a ton of space in my living room in my apartment here, so you're gonna see me turning around to do these each time. If you happen to have a longer hallway or using the wall, perfect. Make sure you keep your belly button pulled in, shoulders down and back. You can even think about squeezing the shoulder blades together a little bit to help with some activation. Excellent, last one. Good. All right, we'll give everyone about 10 seconds rest and we're gonna get into our T exercises, all right? So again, this one can be sitting, standing, or kneeling. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start with your thumbs up. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and together. Good. Again, going for about 30 seconds here. Remember, keep that belly button pulled in a little bit so we don't arch our back too much. You can also think about squeezing your bum cheeks or your glute muscles. We want to get a little bit of lower body activation in as well. Good. All right, I think on my timer here we got about 5 seconds left. Awesome, and relax. All right, that's set 1 done. We're gonna try to, that's Rest set. We're going through it 2 more times. So anyway, if you need to, pause the video, grab a quick sip of water. If not, we're gonna try to keep going through all of them before we grab water, okay? So coming back to our inchworms. All right, so again, choosing your option. Now again, you may find this exercise works your core a little bit, which is awesome. We're getting more than just one body part worked out today. Whew, I am definitely getting warm here. Awesome, good job climbers, keep it up. 30 seconds almost over. Excellent, all right. Let's get ready for our T exercise again here. So seated, standing, kneeling, thumbs pointing up, belly button pulled in. Let's pull those arms back. Good. See if you can squeeze those shoulder blades together even more this time. Awesome. Now make sure you keep breathing throughout your workout. I know when things get a little bit more challenging, it's really tempting to hold your breath. But I want to take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. Awesome. All right. One more time through, starting again with our inchworms, and then we'll grab some water. All right, here we go. Now, if you're doing these on the wall, again, same things apply. Think about keeping your belly button pulled in. So again, that'll help prevent an arch in your back. Awesome. Now you may start to notice your shoulders get a little tired, completely normal, because that's definitely one of the areas we are working. All right, here we go, last one. Good. All right, let's get ready for our last T exercise. All right, here we go, arms out, squeezing shoulder blades. Think about exhale as you squeeze together. Another thing to think about when you're doing this exercise is a lot of us tend to want to pop our chin forward a little bit, kind of as if we're looking down at our phone or our computer screen. So it's really important to think about keeping our head back or our chin tucked in. Good, last one. Awesome. All right, let's grab a drink of water here and then we'll get ready for our next set. Oh, it is warm. All right, so set 2. Again, I'm gonna show you the 2 exercises and then give you options for both. So first one we're gonna be doing is a step back lunge with a twist. So a little bit of leg involvement, but we're gonna get some upper body in there as well. So step back lunge, option 1. We're gonna step back, lunge down, and then I want you to twist to the other side. We can have our arms out kind of like an airplane, back to center and forward. Take a step back. Now I want you to twist away from that leg that's in the front. This is really gonna challenge your balance, and take a step forward. Now, if we need a modification for this, I'll do my best so you can kind of see me, but ideally you want your chair placed in front to start with. You're gonna take your step back lunge. You're gonna find your balance. Now if you can, now bring your arms out, twist away, come back to center, hands back on chair, and up. So again, step back, find your balance, twist away, back to center, and front. Awesome. So our second exercise we're gonna be pairing this with is a plank, where we're gonna try to do some shoulder taps to really get those muscles going. So a couple options. You can either do your plank on the ground from your knees or from your toes. So either from here or from here. And what we're gonna do is try to tap our opposite shoulder, okay? So our goal is to try to keep those hips still as possible. Pull that belly button in a little bit. If we're looking for a modification, we can use a chair, countertop, or wall again. So again, both hands on the back of that chair or countertop, up on your toes a little bit. And again, tapping our opposite shoulder. Good. Now for this set, instead of going 30 seconds for each one, what we're gonna do is count repetitions. So for our lunges, we're gonna end up doing 4 each side. And then for our plank, we're gonna end up doing our shoulder taps. We're gonna end up doing, again, 4 each side. So that in the end will give us a total of 8 for each of them, okay? So pause this video if you need to figure out which option is gonna work best for you. When you're ready, you can hit go again. If not, for those who are ready, here we go. So step back lunges. Now we're gonna do all 4 on one side, and then we'll switch, and we'll do all 4 on the other. Now again, we wanna think about keeping our belly button pulled in. Squeezing your bum cheeks also helps. And then the arms, they help us with a little bit of counterbalance as well with this. And now the other thing is we also get a little bit of an arm workout because we've got to hold them up at shoulder height. Last one, this is 4. Good, okay. Going to the other side. This also works on a little bit of mobility through our hips and our back as we work on that twist. Good. And center. Last one. Ooh, lost my balance there a little bit. And come back to center. All right, we're gonna move into our shoulder taps. So we're gonna alternate, and we're gonna do 4 each side, or 8 total. I'm gonna do my first set from my toes. All right, here we go, everybody. Good. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and down. Excellent. We've gone through that once. We've got to get through it 2 more times, okay? So we're gonna move back to our step back lunges. So everybody standing up for me. Again, finding your modification as needed. Shoulders down and back, pulling that belly button in a little bit. Good, and twist. Another thing you can think about when doing this exercise is this front knee. We want to try to keep it pointing forward the whole time. We don't want to have it fall in too much or in towards the center. We kind of want to keep it pointing towards the wall in front of us. This is number 3. Good, last one. And then we're gonna switch sides. Good. Here we go, other leg. Oop. And twist. Good. And twist. 2 more. Good. And twist. Oh, there goes my balance. And last one. Good. All right, let's get going with our planks again here, or our shoulder taps. So this time I'm gonna demo from my knees. Again, shoulders down and back. Think about pulling your belly button in, squeeze your bum cheeks. Here we go, minimal shifting. That's 1 aside, 2 aside, 3 aside, 4 aside. Excellent. All right, we've gone through that twice. 1 more time, and then we're gonna get a water break. Here we go. Starting with our step back lunges and twist. 1, 2. Think about that knee at the front, staying forward. Last one. All right, switching sides. 2, 3, and 4. All right. From here, moving into our last set of shoulder taps. And I'm gonna demo from my chair again, or from my chair this time. So I'm up on my toes, shoulders pulled back, belly button in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Awesome. Great job, climbers. We're through our 2 sets, and we just have 2 more parts to go. We have our weekly challenge activity, and then we're gonna stretch. But first, grab some water for me. I know I definitely need it with all the talking. Okay, so from here, our challenge, or our elevation challenge for this week is how many push-ups we can do in 1 minute. Now, if you want to pause this video and go grab a piece of paper where you have your other elevation challenges written on from the weeks before, please go do that. I know some of you may use your phones to record. That's perfect as well too, but try to keep a recording of this. So options for push-ups, I'm going to give you a few. Please choose the one that's going to fit best for you. Just because somebody may do a different version, that's okay. I want you guys to have the most success, so find which one fits best for you. So option 1, we can go from our toes. Remember, keeping our shoulders down and back, getting as low to the ground and pushing away. That's option 1. Option 2, we're gonna come from our knees. And then option 3, you can use your chair, countertop, or a wall. So again, with the shoulders down and back, we're gonna be up on our toes, kind of like we were with that plank shoulder tap we just did, and push away. Now my chair is a little wobbly, so I'm probably gonna choose to do mine from the ground. All right, so we have a full minute of these. So I wanna make sure I keep a close eye on the clock so we don't go a second longer. So I'd like everyone to get into their push-up position, please. If you're not ready, pause the video, come back when you are. All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1. Again, we want to go for quality instead of quantity. So good form always trumps. So again, shoulders down and back. Squeeze those glute muscles. Belly button pulled in. Good job, guys. If you need to, you can take a break up at the top. Regather yourself and then keep going. Good. Think about pushing your elbows behind you instead of out to the sides. It's a little bit better position for our shoulders. Whew, I'm getting tired here. Make sure you're counting. We have, let me check the clock here, 15 seconds left. We got this, guys. Ooh. Ooh, my arms are getting tired. Whew. All right, we got this. Last 5, guys. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Whew. Awesome. All right, we're gonna take a quick moment here. Take a nice big deep breath in. Congratulations. Push-ups are a very challenging exercise. You guys did fantastic with that. If you need to, grab another sip of water. I am almost out. And from here, we are going to move into some stretches, okay? Again, if you need to grab a moment to catch your breath a little bit more, you can just hit the pause button and come back. But for those of you who are ready, we're gonna start with some upper body stretching. So, first thing we're gonna start with is stretching out through our shoulder area. So one of the best stretches for that is child's pose. So option 1, we can be on the ground. We're gonna keep our knees apart, toes together. Our bum's gonna sink back to our heels. And then we're gonna think about sliding our hands forward. Now you can let your head rest into your carpet or into the flooring or onto your mat, whatever you're using. Taking a nice big deep breath in. And nice big exhale. Now I'm going to give another option for those of you who would like. Those of you who are on the ground, keep that stretching going. We can also use the back of a chair, hands, walk our bums back. And then again, we're just letting our head hang through. Now with our static stretching, it's really important we hold everything for at least 30 seconds. That way, we're making sure we're getting the proper amount for lengthening. If you have even more time, we could hold them up to a minute, but 30 seconds will do for now. Now again, with stretching, it's really important to breathe, so I want you to take a nice big deep breath in. Think about breathing into your rib cage. You may feel your back rise, and as you exhale, you can let it sink a little bit more. Again, big inhale. Good, and exhale. So we're rounding up on 30 seconds here. Slowly coming up for me. All right, so we stretch kind of through this upper part of our shoulders. Next, we want to stretch out our chest because that's what we used when we were doing our push-ups. So a couple options. Again, this one can be done seated or standing, whatever suits best for you. You're going to interlace your fingers kind of behind your back, if you can see mine there. And then what you're going to do is think about pulling down. And as you pull down, you're going to think about opening up your chest, and you're going to get a nice big stretch through the front of your chest here. Some of you may feel like you need to deepen it a little bit more, and one way to do that is then just lift the arms up. So as you can see, my arms have come up a little bit higher. Now again, think about keeping just a slight pull into your belly button. That just makes sure we do not arch our back. Now again, we're going to take a deep breath in. Breathing into the front of our chest this time, and exhale. You can see my shoulders start to relax a little bit more. Deep breath in. And exhale, letting my shoulders relax even more. Let's do 2 more here. Deep breath in. And exhale. Good, 1 more. All right, the next one that we're going to do is a little bit of a twist. It stretches again through the chest, through the shoulders. It also gets into our back a little bit. We did do some lunging and some planking, so it's good to make sure we get those muscles as well. So option 1, I'm gonna show you from the side here. You're gonna be on your ground. If you need to, you can have a pillow right here for your head. We want our knees together, and they're gonna stay like that, so I don't wanna see them open. You're gonna take this top hand, and it's kind of like we're opening a book. Now, again, we wanna keep those legs together so they don't pop open. If your arm does not go to the ground behind you, that's fine. What I want you to do is just bring it in and kind of rest it in on your armpit there. If that arm can make it all the way to the ground, that's awesome. You can do that, take it all the way to the ground as well. Again, take a nice big deep breath in for me. And as we exhale, we're gonna feel a lengthening through here and also a little bit into our back. Now, for those of you who are standing up, I'm gonna show you another version in just a second here. For those of you who are on the ground, when I show the standing stretch, you're just going to rotate to the other side. All right, bring my arm back. If you're staying on the ground, you're gonna rotate other way. For those of you who are on a chair, we're gonna sit for this one. Nice and tall, arms out to the side. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn. And what we wanna think about when we turn is keeping our bum flat on the seat, so we don't want that bum to come off the chair. Again, taking a big deep breath in. As we exhale, see if you can twist just a smidge further. And deep breath in. And twist. See if we can get a little bit further. Now, for those of you who are doing this seated, when we're done with this side, I'm gonna get you to pause the video and you're gonna switch and do 30 seconds on the other side. Good, and exhale. Good, bring arms back to center. Couple of shoulder rolls there. So last thing we're gonna do is finish with a tricep stretch. So for this, everyone can do this seated or standing. You're gonna take one hand, bring it behind your back like you're giving yourself a pat on the back, which you all deserve because you did great. Bring your other hand to that elbow and then just gently apply a little bit of pressure. You're gonna feel that stretch run right through here, which is our tricep muscle. Again, we're gonna take a nice big deep breath in and exhale. Again, throughout the stretch, if you need to, you can pull it a little bit more. Now, if you feel like the stretch is too intense, you're just going to relax that arm a little bit. When we stretch, especially when we're holding it for a certain amount of time, we want to make sure that we don't stretch it to its absolute end range. We should feel a little bit of a stretch, but it shouldn't be painful. All right, take that arm down, give it a shake out. Take our other hand, again, patting ourselves on the back and pulling just a little bit with that other arm. Again, thinking about good tall posture. And exhale. Get another nice big inhale. And exhale. Do a few more of these. So you should start to notice your breathing is under much better control now. Your heart rate shouldn't be going as fast as it was when we were doing our strengthening sets. So we're using our stretching as a bit of a cool down as well. All right, excellent. Again, a couple of shoulder rolls. We can go forward with this if we want. A couple wrist rolls as well too. Excellent. Fantastic job, climbers. Good job. Week 6, upper body. Now for week 7, I will also be joining you. So watch out for your next workout the following week. I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.